Hey everybody, Michael Lamott from ChartYourTrade.com here, and something got me thinking the other day, actually just a couple of minutes ago, and it was one of the comments from somebody that's become a good friend of mine, that's been a Twitter follower for quite a while. His handle is LT. What LT was telling me was that so now all of a sudden, I'm a motivational speaker, with doing these kind of videos, and at first I was kind of thinking, that's really not what I'm going for. Like I'm putting this stuff out there to build awareness for other things, to try to build more of a holistic picture of what it takes to be successful. Not that I'm not that I've quote unquote made it just yet. I feel like I'm still struggling. I feel like I'm still grinding a lot of stuff out. I don't think that part of it, the grind, the hustle, the continuous learning, I don't think that any of that changes. But it, to me, a lot like success is one of those things that's kind of like far out there. A lot like yeah, it's the goal. It's for trading purposes. It's consistently generating consistent profits over time. So that for trading, it's not like, oh, I had a loss today, I had a loss yesterday, I have a loss tomorrow. Like for anybody that's been trading for any period of time at all, that you could have a string of losses and then eventually you come back. Those things are called drawdowns. But so long as you have a good system in place, you'll win over the long term. And by long term, I'm talking months and years. And so at the end of the year, well, when you look at your statement, you should have some kind of a positive return. And that's something that I've been able to do. But by success, I'm thinking more along the lines of how many people out there, how many of you guys am I reaching with this message? The whole message of Chart Your Trade, and the whole point of why I even started it before is for this right here. I'm trying to inspire you, right? I need to keep that in my mind at all times. That's why I threw it up there on the wall. I've been watching a lot of people recently. I've been watching Evan Carmichael. He has a YouTube channel. It's phenomenal. Check it out. It's very motivating, inspirational. It's there's just so many people that have come up and made themselves from nothing. And you watch enough of these videos and you start to realize that the common traits of these people are all more or less the same to one degree or another, regardless of whatever it was that they were trying to do, whether it was acting, directing, mixed martial arts, being a financial person, building a business. They all the things to be successful, they're all common with one another. And there's everybody faces struggles, everybody perseveres, everybody grinds it out, and there's no avoiding the pain. You have to embrace the pain of it, and eventually you'll learn from it, you'll grow from it, and then you'll be able to succeed. One of the things with Chart Your Trade, about, I'd say, a year and a half ago, if some of you guys have been following me for since then, but for the sake of those that haven't, about a year and a half ago, I was trying to do everything on Chart Your Trade myself. So all the promotion, all the analysis, I would do maybe about 10 hours of analysis on a weekend, and then it would be another 10 to 15 of compiling all the analysis and putting it out there. And I had a subscription service that I was trying to manage all this stuff by myself, and that worked for a little while. But then I had a child, and it just wasn't feasible anymore to both be a good dad and to also try to build a business. And I was going nuts. And then eventually I reached a very dark spot. And ChartYourTrade was almost ready to fold. I was going to call it quits. I was going to just shut down, refund people, anybody that subscribed. But then, thankfully, you meet so many great people along the way, and one of the great people that I had met along the way was Adam Sarhan, who I'm now working with very closely. And we had worked together on a number of projects beforehand, and I learned quite a bit from this guy. Definitely check his stuff out. It's all over ChartYourTrade. Just look at the recent educational blog posts, look at all the market insights, all that content. It's all him. Great stuff. And so I've learned a lot from him. And so when I was at that dark time, when I was ready to fold ChartYourTrade and just send out refunds, I spoke to him, and he said, you know what, don't do that. Here's what you do. See if people would be willing to switch over to his service. He had a service called findleadingstocks.com, and it would be a great value proposition for them, because his service was even more valuable than the service that I was providing at the time. As far as giving people a model portfolio, telling them exactly how to do it, what to do, when to buy, when to sell, and you could follow along and learn from somebody that has a lot more experience than me. He had like 20 years of experience, and so just a very valuable service. And people would be able to stay on board, and I would still be able to build ChartYourTrade and not have to fold the business, and to be able to pursue what it was. And so what I've learned, what ChartYourTrade is really all about, it's about inspiring, right? And that's what it was back then, but what it is now too is that I really want to inspire everybody out there and make that be the focus of what ChartYourTrade is, to inspire everyone out there that you can be successful in the stock market. And it's something that regular people like you and me can do. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes study. Yes, you're probably going to get kicked upside the head a few times for a couple of years. At least that was my experience. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and once you get there, you have a skill that will last you a lifetime. So that's the purpose of ChartYourTrade. Now, the purpose of these videos, and why I'm starting to build that as part of ChartYourTrade and part of what I'm doing with YouTube and now Instagram. I'm starting to get involved on Instagram, but all these other things is because finding success is a lot more than just hitting the books. One of my favorites here that I'm still getting through, new favorite book. But it's a lot more than just hitting the books and finding success in the market that way. No, though, what you need is balance, right? Like that's what I discovered through going through that whole pain of almost folding ChartYourTrade, is that you need balance in your life and in everything that you do, because the stronger that you become in one area, the more it will translate into other areas of your life. That's one of the reasons why I started to post these motivational talks, LT, in just as I'm walking down the street, just whenever inspiration hits, just when I get some kind of a question from you guys out there and I feel that it might be helpful to other people. Well, when I'm walking out of the gym and and you could see like sweat pouring off of me, it's those types of things that where you're growing in other areas. It helps you in other parts of your life. Like everything is interconnected somehow, from your body, your mind, your spirit, how you interact with all those around you. Everything's connected, and as you grow in one area, it can really help boost other areas as well. For me, with the gym and going to things like Orange Theory, it's the sharper the stronger your body is, the sharper your mind becomes, and that's something that I've experienced personally. Like right now, I'm in better shape than I was 10, 15 years ago when I was running marathons, and it's such an incredible feeling, and I want to give that to all of you. When I post juice recipes and how I'm making them, and I try to have those once a day, or at least like several times a week. Why? Because it's something that makes me healthy, and it makes me more energized and more focused to be able to do things like this, to be able to deliver this message of, hey, everybody, you can do this. You can be successful in the stock market. Like it's not brain surgery. You do have to work at it. It is challenging, I will say that, but it's something that's available to all of us, and we all can do it. So that's the point of all this. That's the point of me trying to live my one word: inspire. Again, thank you, Evan Carmichael, and yeah, that's what Chart Your Trade has going on right now. So thank you all very much for taking some time out watching this video. Please take a moment, click the like button, leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about all this, and also hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere up there, and there'll be a lot more of these videos coming your way soon, so stay tuned.